my thoughts go. I just want to make sure my kids are able to fend for themselves.
What are some things that, the Caucasian community could do to reach out, to engage, to build, relationships with people?
Them at least trying. Them at least, even though they don't know. There was a time, so...
Hey guys, welcome back to the Two Thumbs Up podcast. Dr. Todd here today. Got my good friend Ana Sanchez with us. And we're grateful to be here with you today. It's
so excited.
It's July 2nd, and it's a great... I love July. I love the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's all the celebrations and stuff. It's so fun. Fireworks, hanging out, barbecues. That's
all
fun.
The above. So, Ana, tell us a little bit about you. Like, you've been on. I'll preface this by saying Ana is on the marketing team with Taylor, and has been with us for 7 months.
7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, Ana and Taylor are fantastic. They are honestly our last 2 months. What you guys are creating is Taylor's right here. We'll have her on the show again sometime soon. But it's been so much fun to have you on the team, and truly, you make me smile. And we are going for it with Concussion Pros and all the great things we do. And I appreciate you and the vision you see along with us.
Yeah.
It's fun to have you on the team. But tell us a little about you, and so people can get to know you a little bit.
So I was, I grew up in American Fork, Utah, graduated from American Fork High as a cave woman, or caveman, whatever. But in 2006, so it just,
we call it a cave dweller.
Oh, cave dweller. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah. But I grew up in American Fork, got married, had 3 kids, 3 girls, and I worked in the healthcare for 16 years. Yeah, 16 years before I was doing this. It just kind of was perfect.
So how did we meet?
Oh, I love this story because it's the funnest. Well, you went in to get a nice facial with Lexi. And
my daughter Lexi works at
Gentle Revive. Yeah. So it was a fun place to work at. But I got shushed a lot, or the door would be closed. Or like, we've never closed this door, Ana, but your voice kind of... And I'm like, I know, I'm very loud, but it's just so hard not to be, especially the more excited I get, my voice gets higher and higher. It's like, okay, bring it down. But I saw you there and was helping you reschedule, and you were like, let's chit chat. And
if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been wrong before. It's almost, did I actually walk out, and then I'm like, I gotta ask, and then walk back in?
Yes, you did do that. You did walk out.
I remember walking out, and I'm like, I had this feeling, I'm like, go offer her a job. It's kind of like, it hit me like what I did with Taylor. I did the same, like, offer her a job on the marketing team.
Yeah. Because
your personality filled up the whole space, and granted that front lobby there is pretty small, but you have this ability, this gift to just be bright, and I'm like, after her, she'd be amazing. So then tell us your
and at first you were very like, we can make it work, so you don't have to leave this job, because you're very polite in that, like, you're like, I don't want to pull you away because you're really awesome, but I want you to come and help me out in this dream that I have with the Hispanic community. And I was like, that's something I love too. I love to be a helper. I love to be able to be like the go-to girl. Like, hey, can you help me? Yes, I'll help you. Like, and if I don't know it, I'll find out. We'll do this together. And so it really was like, and then it just worked out that I was able to come here full time and start this. And I love Gentle Revive. It was super fun, and, go there for your aesthetic needs. But this was my cup of tea. This is where I was like, I've been looking for this my whole life. Like, Yeah.
And I'm grateful you see it that way. But we have a lot of fun. You do an excellent job. We're setting great, personal bests as a company and what you and Taylor are doing out there. But yeah, we really were looking for a dynamic person to assist us in building bridges into the Hispanic community. We find that community's amazing and beautiful, and we, me being a white guy, and I wish I spoke Spanish. I do speak some Chinese. 我会讲国语啊. However, 你会讲吗？我今天很高兴看到你啊。
Perfecto.
So we're looking for, we were looking for someone to really assist us in building bridges into that community, and I love that you have that gift. As a matter of fact, we actually love to hear you speak Spanish.
Especially when they say, when you can't roll your R's, I think you guys are like,
you're really good at that.
Say it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is just funny. And I take it for granted because I'm like, oh, everybody should be able to do that. And they're like, no, we cannot do that. And
so what was it like growing up in Utah? If we can go down this road, I'm interested. I love culture. I did get to go to Taiwan for a couple years. I love the Chinese and the Asian cultures. I love going to other countries and experiencing their culture. What was it like growing up in the Hispanic community? And your mom, she comes in here for treatment. We love her. She's so great. What was it like growing up here?
So growing up here for me, so back in the day in high school, I really didn't hang out with the Mexican or the Latino people. Like I dated white guys all through high school. And I actually was made fun of at times, like, oh, you think you're so much better than we are because you don't want to date the Latinos at the school. Or, I talked to them. I was friends with them, but mostly my majority of my friends were Americans. Or at least, were like me, where we had family that spoke Spanish, but we mainly spoke English. Because in high school, I did not speak as much Spanish as I did when I got married. My mom did the thing that every parent does, I feel like, that speaks to us in Spanish and we respond in English. So she knows great English and I know great Spanish, but replying in the language was kind of hard for us. And so I didn't know very well Spanish until I got married to Jose, because I was like...
Interesting, you ended up actually marrying a sweet gentleman, Jose.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Did you guys go to high school together?
No. I actually worked at his restaurant, not knowing he was the boss.
I see.
Yeah, because the person who hired me was somebody completely different. It wasn't him. Jose was the one that would help out, do meetings every weekend, and I never worked weekends because I was focused on going to UVU. I wanted to go to school. So I said, I just worked lunch hours during Monday through Friday. But that week there was a band in Salt Lake, and the other girls knew that I never went to those things. I didn't go to parties or anything. So they're like, we'll buy you lunch if you work for us that shift. And I was like, all right, let's work. I'll work it. Fine. They all wanted to go to this thing and they knew I wasn't dying to go. So, and that night Jose came in with his buddies, and yeah, it's all history after that.
Yeah.
But he was a jerk. I did not like him. But look at how life turns around, and it's like, no.
You guys have created a unique life together. With
we
the girls
have, and I'm super grateful for him. I love him because he's just a hardworking father, and he's an amazing dad. And
what are some things you would say that in the Hispanic community for Caucasian people so we can build bridges, so we can actually
definitely.
I just feel like their language is an interesting thing because it does create a barrier. And when someone's bilingual, you kind of see things in a couple different perspectives because you can bridge the gaps of language. And so what are some things that the Caucasian community could do to reach out, to engage, to build relationships with people? And because we are one of the and it is the 4th of July, so I'd like maybe we'll talk about this a little bit. Is I love the idea of America, where it's bring me your tired, you're humble, you're on the Statue of Liberty, and the whole purpose of the United States was to build this. They call it the melting pot of different cultures and ideas and philosophies, and that's actually a super exciting idea to me.
Yeah.
And I would love to. What are some of the ideas that we could do, or you've seen work where Caucasian people can reach out into that community and do business with them, and music festivals and all these things we talked about doing.
Oh yeah, and I'm so excited about.
Yeah. What are some of your perspectives on that?
My perspectives, and seeing it through Jose having a business and running a business, and how he's connected with the Caucasian people, is them at least trying. Them at least, even though they don't know. There was a time, so Jose has a really good friend, and they're like brothers from another mother. Like, they're the best. They're so close. Jose loves this person, and his name is Calvin, so shout out to Calvin. But
hey, Calvin.
There was a point where Calvin didn't speak any English, Jose didn't speak any Spanish, but they made this work because there was the trying. He tried to communicate with him.
Wait, back that up. You said Jose didn't speak any Spanish?
Any English. I was
like, okay,
sorry,
so Calvin speaks only English.
English.
Okay, and Jose speaks Spanish.
Only Spanish.
You flip-flop that.
Sorry,
so anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, sorry. But yeah, so they couldn't communicate very well.
Yeah.
And the fact that I think Calvin was there helping him, wanting to learn his Spanish, wanting to because at first Calvin learned, the work Spanish, like bad words and what you're needing, shingles and, all that stuff. That's what Jose learned, and that's what Calvin learned. But Calvin just wanting to learn how Jose could communicate, and then Jose wanting to learn how he could communicate with Calvin, made such a good.
How did they do it? What'd they do?
Oh, it was funny because even Jose would tell me that they would go out to restaurants, and Jose would always order number 4 because that's all he could do. And it was a chicken sandwich. He was sick of the dang chicken sandwiches, but all he could say was 4. So he ordered always number 4. So it's like,
Numero cuatro.
Numero cuatro. And he's like, 4. That's all he knew in English. 4. And then he'd just put his little hand out, and it's funny. Then Calvin started, and learning stuff. And even when I was dating.
So let me see. So Jose's English is pretty good now.
Yeah. Well, it was a thing we said. I learn Spanish, you learn English when we got married. And so Jose knew English, but it wasn't like he was working on it, because he's like, I just need the work English. That's fine. Mm-hmm. And so I made him take a course at UVU, and I said, no, you're going to go to school and you're going to learn this. And then I was like, in exchange, I'll learn how to cook, how to be a stay-at-home mom, and Spanish for you. You learn how to do that for me. And it really, to this day, he tells me, I am so grateful for you that you made me do that, because of what I know, I am where I am in life.
Yeah.
And
did Calvin end up learning some Spanish?
Yeah, he did. He did. And it was funny because when I first started dating Jose, I would hear conversations with Calvin and Jose, and it was Spanglish. Like, half of it was English, half of it Spanish. And then when he'd get off the phone, I'd be like, oh, you said this in Spanish. I don't know if you thought it was in English, but it's not in English. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh. So then I would teach him. And so he'd get going and and at home I would speak to him in English, because that's the best practice you can. So it started like the whole mom thing. Like, he would speak to me in Spanish, I would speak to him in English. And then we traded around.
I love that. It's a great idea.
And we learned. And then he started realizing, you know what? I want to learn English because my kids are going to go to school. I want to be involved in their school.
Yeah.
I want to know what, if they want to meet with me and Anna can't be there, I want to be able to communicate with the professor, with the teacher, whatever, So
what's interesting about this little conversation we're having right now is I'm actually, whoever watches this podcast will see what I saw about you. Like, you're just like, you just go for it.
Yeah.
And that's a great quality to have. And especially as, as a representative of our company, it's like, just go for it, because no holds barred. We do great things. Concussion Pros is amazing. And, so so people can actually see your personality and coming through and your commitments, commitment to yourself, commitment to your girls, your family. So where do you see yourself going? Like, what would you love to create in your life? And as you kind of go through, the pathways of your life? What are you seeing for yourself?
Right now, I don't know. Maybe it's a mom thing, but a lot of my thoughts go, I just want to make sure my kids are able to fend for themselves. Make sure they get a good, whatever it is, school or no school, good job or no job, married or single, whatever they want to do, that they can achieve it and not have to have, mom there or dad there or a spouse there or a best friend there. I want them to be able to be like, no,
So instilling confidence in them?
Yes, definitely.
And as to build confidence, because you have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
To build confidence, to assist in building confidence in another person, especially your a daughter. What are some of the things that you've done or relied on, or how do you teach them that?
I'm very open and very transparent in situations I go through life that, there's times that they've seen me where they're like, there's an example that happened a couple weeks ago. I was going through just one of those funks that I'm like, I'm not good for myself. Like, I'm not good. I'm ugly. I don't feel good. I'm mean. I'm this. And to see my kids really see me break down and feel that way was like, even Jossie was in tears and was like, Mom, I never thought you ever felt that way. I thought only I felt that way, because you do get compliments. You do get told, oh, you're awesome, or your mom is awesome. So I just always think it. And that's you. It's not.
When you describe that situation, the word that came up for me is to be vulnerable.
Exactly, yes.
And so as you are vulnerable with them, how does that correlate to them realizing their self-confidence, would you say?
Well, it makes them, for one thing, it made Jossie validate her feeling that it's okay to feel like that, but you got to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like, because you are awesome.
So that's perfect. So vulnerability then, being vulnerable and expressing vulnerability, and it couldn't be a pity party or a little victim story or something, right? But climbing out of that pit does what?
Makes you stronger?
Yeah.
For me, it does, yeah.
And when others that love you see that, it instills in them confidence.
A lot of confidence, yeah.
Do you see how that's a paradox?
Yes.
To me, it's like, oh. The question is then, how long am I going to stay in my pity party?
Yeah.
How long am I going to swim in it? Am I going to marinate in it? Or am I going to just climb out of it?
Yeah, and even that day, it was Strawberry Day weekend. So they were going to go out with their friends, and I was feeling this way. And Jossie didn't want to go with her friends. She's like, I'll cancel my friends. And I was like, no. So what I did is I took a saddle, went up to see the horses, and I rode by myself. And my girls would text me, Mom, are you okay? I'm great. Are you crying? No, I'm not crying. I cried a minute ago. I'm done. And they're like, okay, are you sure? Because I can come home right now. No, I don't want you to come home right now because I'm not even home. And then I ended up making a pit stop at TJ Maxx, which then that made me even more happier. Probably not the best, but you know what? Who cares? Yeah. Tomorrow's another day.
So, it's like this. So not expressing vulnerability and not, showing those sides of you that's like, whoa, I'm having a moment here.
Yeah.
What would it be like if, with confidence or instilling confidence in oneself or others, if we never expressed vulnerability?
I don't think that they would ever learn, and they would just always think a mom has to be tough 24/7. A mom, because for me, I feel like right now I've gotten a better relationship with my mom because I've seen her vulnerability. And when I was younger, she was a super mom. She never was tired. I never saw her tired. She was always cooking, cleaning. I feel embarrassed, but my mom cleaned my room till I moved out. Like, this is bad.
She's amazing.
But my mom, and to this day,
she may have clipped your wings a little bit that aspect. But,
yeah, she did. But now I'm like, holy cow, my mom is real. Like, she is tired. She is exhausted. So that's when I
she gets up every day and still goes for it.
And she cares for my aunt that has cancer. And I'm like, she's amazing. Like, holy cow. I love it, but I would have loved her to be vulnerable with us, but she always was taught you need to be strong. Yeah. You are the mom. If you're not strong, then who's going to be strong for these girls?
You're absolutely correct. I guess the question that's coming up for me, which is so everybody gets to decide this, is as I express vulnerability, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a victim story. It's like, you know what? Vulnerability implies, I'm not clear on how to handle this situation, and talk to them that way, or talk to myself that way. It's like, hey, Todd, I'm unclear on how to handle this situation.
Yes.
And I feel like that's where prayer comes in oftentimes, or meditation, or surrendering. Like, hey, there's this obstacle in front of me. I'm unclear on how. That's because recognizing the obstacle.
Yes.
And then also recognize I don't have that clarity about that situation right now.
Exactly.
And kind of just letting it be. That's vulnerable. Yeah. And then when an idea starts to formulate about how to, that's when, I can conquer this Goliath. I can see there's a possibility here. I can climb this mountain.
Yeah.
And I think failure, quote unquote, failure is actually a tremendous teacher.
Yes.
Because how many times in your life where you're like, I failed at this, or I'm not this, or I'm this or that, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, a month down the road, you're setting records.
Yeah.
You're doing things different. I took action. I did. Yeah. I was vulnerable. I'm like, I'm unclear here on how to raise these girls.
Exactly. Well, I've come to you in questions. Yeah.
It's like our good buddy here. I won't divulge any. Just had a new baby, and you've got all this. And we had this cool conversation the other day, and it's like, well, wait a second here. This child came from the cradle of creation, like your daughters and my children and all of us, and yet we have this idea that in parenting we're supposed to add all this stuff to them. Yeah. Right. How to do life. Wait a second here. They came instilled with all the wisdom that there is. So wisdom then says is trust the process. Love them. And see how they blossom, and see how they bloom, and see how they run, and they dance, and they sing, and they create. And I feel like that paradigm of parenting seems to be shifting a little bit where, I'm the parent. Listen, I'm here to assist you.
Yes.
And so your children are phenomenal. Andy works for us up in the Murray office, and she's been enjoying that.
Loves it, and talks. She actually relates to me more. She's like, Mom, I understand when you'd come home and you're so tired. And thank you for taking us out for a drive, because that's the last thing I want to do as being working now. Is the last thing is I want to go out. I want to stay in my room. I want to go to bed. I want to take a nap. And I was like, well, yeah, because, there's times that I took my naps. Yeah, I did do my naps, but there's more times when I'm like, you know what, let's get out. Because, I complained to myself, but at the end, I was so grateful I got out.
Yeah.
Because it made me feel good.
So taking action, doing things different. So again, back to the question, moving forward, the girls are a priority in your life.
Yeah, the girls are the priority, but who knows? I really love to go where it goes. I've told you before, Concussion Pro has become my baby, and there's times when Taylor has to tell me, Anna, you're done. You're done. We're done. Put that computer down. But it's just, I feel like I resonate a lot with you. We have these ideas. I'm like, I gotta tell him. Gotta tell him right now.
I think it was Sunday morning or something, or Sunday night.
It was Saturday because it was the rodeo.
It was at the rodeo. I'm like, okay, well, she's still thinking.
I'm thinking.
She's getting some ideas.
And then I realized, and then I put, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, bye. Yeah. Like, I'm done.
No,
I
love it. I appreciate that.
I just feel like if I don't say something at the moment, it just goes by. And that's why I feel like Taylor is the perfect, like, we're yin and yang. And, like, she settles me down. Because there's times when I'm like, Taylor, come on. And she's like, Anna, hold on. Hold your horses right there. Let's not do this. And I'm like, okay, you're right. But we've had the best moments where I'm like, Taylor is like my sister now, I swear. But I wouldn't do this with anybody else with her. Awesome. So,
well, we are grateful to have you. And again, we appreciate all your input and your ideas and your energy, and it just makes it all so joyful. But thank you. And this was a treat for them to get to know you. And
yes.
And so when you see Anna out in the community, say hello. She is an absolute advocate for Concussion Pros. She's got a ton of great ideas, and she's an amazing person. So
and really reach out to us, Taylor and I, and if it's not even about Concussion Pros, hey, we're always up for an adventure, and Taylor has not said no yet. So,
and Taylor, just so you know, she's sitting right here.
She's like right across from me, so I'm like staring at her now. She's like, "Oh, Anna." I could just kind of hear her like, "Oh, Anna, oh, Anna."
Awesome.
But but no, it's been a treat. I loved it here. I love working with everybody, getting to meet everybody in the offices. It's my jam. Yeah, my jam.
Well, we love you. We appreciate you, and thank you for jumping on the show today.
Anytime. I love
just
it.
kind of we decided to do this last minute. So again, thank you. It's fun to just do these free fall conversations, but
whoever's out there, come on and be on the podcast. It's super fun.
We'd love to have you on the podcast.
Reach out to us.
Yeah.
I wish I could see everybody out there and be like, be on our podcast, but come on. Come on.
It's funny about the podcast too. It's like, I see these people that I feel like, I talk to them like, you be super dynamic. Oh, you've got a really interesting, they interest me, but yet then they're like, oh, I could never do that. Or I'm like, wait a second here. I find you super interesting, and this is a simple little conversation.
Yeah, it's not,
And I can see how people would be hesitant, but I loved when people go for it. So let's see what we do. Yeah.
But anyway,
we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in to the 2 Thumbs Up podcast, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
See you guys.